The heat wave of this summer has dissipated. It has gone down, and now we're looking at a weather pattern as we move into the month of September, not only in the northern plains, but really relatively so nationwide, where we're not going to see a lot of extremely hot weather, nor are we going to really get the first weather cold enough for any freezing temperatures into the United States. Now, there will be some areas of hot weather, but it will not be that abnormally hot for the location for the time of year. And as far as precipitation goes, that's also stepping back a bit. The latter part of July and in some cases this past weekend, this past week has been quite rainy, but now we're looking to see a lot of that settle down. The jet stream pattern, it's going west to east course. There's a little bit of a ridge in the northern Rockies, a little bit of a trough through the Great Lakes. Nothing major. It's actually a fairly weak jet. The hot weather, the 90s, the 100s, that's mostly limited to the deep south. It will nose northward up into this ridge, but it's only going to be in the high plains and just east of the Rocky Mountains and, of course, the Mojave Desert and much of the southwest. Gulf Coast will have some hot weather. We're not going to see any really cool weather develop. Some areas of Alaska will have some sub-freezing weather, and way up in northern Canada, north of Hudson Bay this week, but that really should be about it. As we head toward the end of the week and the weekend, there will be a bit of a switch as a little trough of low pressure begins to enter and move through, but it looks like just a little glancing blow. If there's going to be any, well, there probably won't be any really heavy rain anywhere. The best chance of that looks like it's going to be southern Canada and an area that could actually use the rain. Temperature-wise, as we go through the week, we will watch the cool weather kind of reform in the west. There will be a few incursions of pretty cold temperatures dropping down to about the level of Churchill, Manitoba, where you may have a couple of days where it doesn't get much above freezing, but the hot weather or warm weather or mild weather will continue across most of the United States as we go through this 2-week period. Toward the end of this period, it does appear we are carving out a bit of a trough, but at this point, it doesn't look really terribly cool. There'll be some chilly temperatures in the Rocky Mountains, but nothing really unusually so. Precipitation-wise, this time of the year, tropical systems really run the rule and really make the rules, is what I'm trying to say. And at the present time, it appears that most of the tropical activity, and there's quite a bit of it out in the Atlantic, will likely stay in the Atlantic. Storms headed toward the U.S. will have a tendency to recurve, so there may be some heavy rain areas up in the Canadian Maritimes, but a lot of the central U.S. will be pretty dry, except for the Gulf Coast and the far Pacific Northwest. The second week now, we're getting into mid-September. Looks like a little dry slot here. Get some ripening of that, finishing off of that corn in the Corn Belt. There will be some rain showers in the northwest, maybe some rain into the northern plains, but very likely not much heavy rain anywhere.